Okay, so let us start. Okay, so find the sum of 1 over 8 times 9 plus 1 over 12 times 12 plus 1 over 16 times 15 dot 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 plus 1 over 88 times 69. So this one most likely what do you call this? It's hard to solve if you are not really familiar with the triangular numbers. So for us to answer number 3, it will be like this. So notice that if you will simplify that, it will become 1 over 72 plus 1 over 44 plus lang. So 16 times.
Oh, so
Did you again? Okay, so let me continue. So 1 over 240 plus the next number is 1 over 360. So let us stop here first. I just want to show that this is a triangular number. Okay. Now, if we factor out 1 over 24, it means that we're going to divide the denominators by 24. So 72, 144, 240, 360, we will divide them by 24. Okay. Now, it will become factor out 1 over 24. So it will now become 1 over 3 plus 1 over 6 plus 1 over 10 plus 1 over 15. Now, observing our denominator, they are triangular numbers. When we say triangular numbers, triangle numbers, hashtag. Okay. So triangle numbers starts with 1 and then followed by 3. So it means that we add by 2 and then 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 5, 15, and then plus 6. So we are adding a counting number. Okay? So 1 plus 3 is 2, 3 plus 6 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 15 is 5, 15 plus 21 is 6. So these are the triangular numbers. So noticing our denominator, they are triangular numbers. Now, how do we identify, or what is the formula if we want to identify the sum of the reciprocal of a triangular number? So wait lang, I'm just going to look for my solution. Okay, so the formula for that one, it will become 2 times the quantity of 1 minus 1 over n plus 1, wherein n is the number of numbers. Okay. Now, notice this one. First, identify how many numbers are there. From 8 up to 88, no? So from 8 up to 88, actually, if you will notice 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, we keep on adding by 4. So it means that there is a pattern. So it's very easy to identify the number of terms here. So how many number of terms do we have right now? So we can do the formula for this one. For this is just only for identifying the number of terms. So that would be the last term, which is 88. 88 is equal 88 minus the first term, okay, is equal to 4n minus 4. Now, 4n minus 4, we got 4n minus 4. 4 came from the pattern. When I say pattern, isn't it that 8 plus 4 is 12, 12 plus 4 is 16, 16 plus 4 is 20. So the pattern or the common difference is 4. That is the reason where I got the number 4 here. Now, let us solve for the value of n. Okay? So, solving for the value of n, this will be 80 is equal to 4n minus 4. 4n minus 4. And then, using algebra, so I will do a shortcut here. So, this will be now n is equal to 21. Okay? So it means that there are 21 terms here. Now, so does it mean teach that n will be 21? Notice this one. Isn't it the triangular numbers? It starts with 1 followed by 3 and then 6. In here, the second number or the first number is actually the second number of the triangular number. It means that the value of n now in this specific example will be 22. So for us to identify the sum, it will be now 2 times 1 minus 1 over n plus 1. That is now 22 plus 1, and that would be 23. Solving for this, okay, solving for this one, using my calculator, 1 minus 1 over 23 times 2. So this will be 44 over 23. But notice this one, 44 over 23. 44 over 23 is the sum of the first 22 triangular numbers. Notice, we don't have 1 over 1 here. We started with the second number of the triangular number. So what we need to do is to subtract it by 1 over 1 or just simply 1. So 44 minus 44 over 23 minus 1, and that would be 21 over 23. This is not the answer yet. That is why I really don't want to explain this one kasi it's really long. The solution is really long, but definitely for the sake of this exam and for reviewing, I'm going to discuss it. Okay? Now, that's not yet the answer. What are we going to do? Kasi as you can see here, the answer is 7 over 184. So what are we going to do with 21 over 23? We will multiply this. Notice that, again, 21 over 23 is actually this one. 21 over 23 is actually this part. So what we need to do is to multiply. What we need to do is to multiply 21 over 23 by 1 over 24. So 21 over 23 times 1 over 24, and that would be equivalent to 7 over 184. So you can review the process, but definitely I won't argue that this is a long method, really a long method. So this is the only way that I can explain this item. No? So again, this is recorded so that if in case that you want to go back to this item, you can just simply watch the video about this. Okay? Next item. So I'm going to clear the drawings right now. So clear the drawings. Now, let us move on to number 7. Let us skip that one. To be honest, I don't have any idea for that one. Let us move on to number 17. Okay. Now, for us to identify the answer for number 17, it will be this one. So, the speeds are 56, 48, and 42. So, for us to do that one, we will now have A over 56. So this is actually the formula for for the distance. Distance over speed is equal to time. Okay? A over 56 plus B over A, B, and C here are the distances. 48 plus C over 42. So again, A, B, and C are the distances. So this is actually his time for downhill, time for downhill, and then this is the time for the level road, and then this is the time for the uphill. So when you add all of that to one, that is actually the total time. So in that case, this is equivalent to 12 minutes. Or since we are talking about per hour, that is 12 over 60 or 1 over 5. The goal here is to identify the value of A plus B plus C. Next, this is his time from the this is his time on the whole trip from the first place. Yes, what?
Values 1 over 5, right? But how do we get 1 over 5 again?
1 over 5 is 12 over 60. That is 12 minutes over 60 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, so that is from point A to point C. How about going back point C to point A? Same. Now, this will be now, what is this? C over 56, and then plus B over 48. Sorry. It's not 56, it's 42. So this must be A. A over 42. So plus B over 48 plus C over 56 is equal now. So the total time here, since he is now going back, is equivalent to 18 minutes. 18 minutes over 60 minutes is actually 3 over 10. Okay. Next, get the LCD of the speed. LCD LCD of 56, 48, and 42. 56, 48, and 42. And that is equivalent to 336. Okay. Now, what we need to do now with the LCD is to multiply the equations by 336. So we multiply this by 336 and also the second equation. Okay, so we multiply this by 336. 336. Now, simplifying that one, we will now get 6x. The first equation 6x, 6a pala, 6a plus 7b plus 8c is equal to 336 over 5. Kasi 336 times 1 over 5, there's no lowest term for that one. Same thing with the second equation. So in that case, that will be now 8a plus 7b plus 6c is equal to, this will be now equivalent to 504 over 5. So where did I get 504 over 5? I just simply multiplied 336 by 3/10. Now, again, our goal is to identify the value of A plus B plus C. So we can add these two equations. So when we add those two equations, it will be now 14A plus 14B, 14A plus 14B plus 14C is equivalent to, wait lang, 14C is equivalent to, let me add those two, 336 plus 504 divided by 5, that will be equivalent to 168. On the left side of the equation, we can factor out 14. So if we factor out 14, that would be A plus B plus C times 14 is equal to 100. Wait, is it 168? That's 168, sorry. This is 168. Yeah. Is equal to 168. And then, just like what I've said a while ago, our goal here is to identify the value of A plus B plus C because A, B, and C are the distances. So divide everything by 14. So therefore, A plus B plus C is actually equivalent to 168 divided by 14. And we will get 12. So 12 kilometers. Don't forget the label for number 17. Okay, so we got the same answer here. Okay, next item. So just going to clear this one. Again, this is recorded, so nothing to worry.
Yeah.
Okay, now number 19. 19 and then 26, then we're done. Then we're going to move on to the, what are this, to the mock test that I sent to you. So number 19. So for number 19, this is how we do it. I'm going to use the formula for combination. Combination is a topic for grade 10. This with the use of factorial. Okay. Now, the first thing to do here is to identify the number of points. So how many points do we have? I think we have 14 points. Yes, there are 14 points. So if we want to create a triangle out of 14 points, the solution now will be 14 times 13 times 12 over 3 times 2 times 1. Question?
No.
Okay. Now, if we do that one, based on this figure, we need to remove the, what do this? The, we need to remove the collinear points because if we will use these 3 points, the one that I am encircling right now, if we use those 3 points, we cannot create a triangle with those 3 points simply because those 3 points are collinear. Got it? So we need to remove that one. What else? If we use these 3 points, we need to remove that one also because we cannot create a triangle. There's no triangle using those 3 points. So what we need to do now is to identify now the number of lines, quote unquote, that can be formed from those. So what we're going to do is to subtract it by, count the number of points here. This is 4. So that is 4, the combination of 4 taken 3. So it means that out of those 4 points, we will use 3 points. So in that case, that would be 4 times 3 times 2 over 3 times 2 times 1. Notice that we have 2 vertical lines. So we need to multiply this by 2 kasi we have 2 vertical lines. Minus. Okay. So next, since we are done with the vertical lines, let us focus now on the horizontal lines. So from the horizontal lines, there are 5 collinear points. So in that case, that will be now 5, 5 taken 3. 5 times 4 times 3 over 3 times 2 times 1. And we only count on the lines or the points on top. So we need to count this also. So in that case, we multiply this by 2. So let us solve this one by one. So this one first. So using my calculator, and syempre on your part, you're not allowed to use, no? Pero I'm pretty sure naman you can multiply those numbers. Divided by, okay, so this will be 364. 364 minus this one now. We can cancel out this one. So 4 times 2, that is 8. Minus, we can cancel out 3. We can cancel out 2. So 5 times 4, that is 20. So solving for this, 364 minus 8 minus 20, and that would be 336. So that's how we do number 19 if in case you encounter this one. And I think I gave somehow the same item no, do sa mock test if you encounter that one. Okay? Last item, number 26. Number 22, I cannot really count the number of maybe you can count it manually pero syempre I don't want you to do that one because that will what do you call this? It will eat some time for that one. No? Now, let us try to answer now the last item for this mock test and that is number 26. No? Now, let me make it a bit larger. Okay, so number 26. So, if you encounter this one, first, let us count how many ways can we form the word PIMSO in this one. So, how do we do that one? Like this. Um, I'm just going to put blanks. Blanks here are the letters, no? So, we will use numbers now. Isn't it that we will start at letter P? So since we will start at letter P, we'll just simply put 1 here. 1, 1, 1. Question?
No.
Okay. Next. Let me erase this one. Now, for this one, for our letter I, focus on this one. Letter I will put down number 2 here. I will now put number 2 here. Teach, why did you put number 2? 1 plus 1 is 2. Wait lang. I'm just going to use another color so that it won't be confusing. So 1 plus 1 is 2. In here, 1 plus 1 is 2. Notice this one. Definitely, if you add 2 plus 2, and that would be 4. Next, let's now focus on the letter M. So we now have letter M here. So we now focus letter M here. So letter M, for us to attain letter M here, letter I to letter M. So it means that whatever the number for letter I here is also the same for the number for letter M. So in that case, this will be 2. Same thing with this letter M. This is also 2. Next, change the color. So 4 plus 2, and that is 6. Same thing here, 4 plus 2, and that is 6. Next, in here, wait lang. Ayan. So in here, notice this one. Wait lang ah. Just going to check my solution here, just to make sure. Oh, okay. Yeah, wait lang. Wait ah. What happened? My solution is wait lang. So we are now on the letter O's. Wait. Happen here. So it means that this must be 12. Wait, what happened here? 2 plus, this must be 7. I'll think about this one later. Pero I already answered this one eh. But the process is this one. Let me discuss this part. Okay, this part. So same process, no? So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 1. So we'll start with letter M. So from the start, we'll put 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Looking at this one, in this line, we will put 3 here. Why 3? 1 plus 1 plus 1. That's why it's 3. For this part, it would be 2. Why? 1 plus 2. For this part, it would be 2 also. So same thing here. This would be 2 and this would be 2. Following this, 2 plus 2, that is 4. Same thing here, 2 plus 2, and that is 4. In this case, this will be 7. 2 plus 3 plus 2, and that is 7. So for our final answer here, this would be 4 plus 4 plus 7, and that would be 15. Okay? So for the word PIMSO, it should be 26. So that for us to get 390, that would be 26 times 15. Pero I don't know what happened to my solution kasi I'm doing the right thing. In here kasi this will be, if we follow this must be also 6 eh. I don't know why I put 6 or how I put 7 or 6 here. I erased my solution. Pero the concept is the same. Okay? The concept for here is the same. Then after that, you're just going to add the numbers here. Whatever number that you will get from here, you will just simply add it. Okay, so if this is 6, this must be 7 and 7. So that we will get 26. Pero I'm not sure why I got what do this mistake on my solution. Pero the concept is the same. Okay? So, I'm going to stop sharing this one now. We're going to move on to the other mock test that I gave to you. Now, wait lang.
Wait. Sir,
Yes, what?
how do you get it how do you get it to 320 again? What do you do again? I didn't really hear it clearly.
Which one?
This one, 26.
Oh, wait lang. I'll open it again. Wait lang. I'll download it first. The last item,
26.
number 26. Which part? PIMSO or math?
Um, like how did you get it to 390?
How did we get 390? That is 26 times 15. It means that in this item, there are 26 ways to form PIMSO, while for this item, there are 15 ways to form math. So you will just simply multiply those two numbers and we will get 390.
Okay, but wait, the first one that you put, it was different, right? It wasn't 26. It was
Again.
the first one that you put. It wasn't 26. The middle number.
The PIMSO,
Yeah, it wasn't 26.
it's not 26.
Yeah, you put 4 for the middle number.
Let me try it again now. So 1.
Yeah, it's. I guess you just did the first one wrong.
Yeah. Pero we should get 26 for that one. Okay, we should get 26 for that item. Yun nga lang, I don't know what happened here on why I am getting the wrong number. Pero I'm doing it correctly. This would be 4. This would be 6. This would be 6. And then definitely this would be 12. For this one, I don't know if this is 6 or 7. But it's impossible to get 7 here. So, wait lang ah. Why is it? I think it's 7. 1, 2, 4, 5.
MCU in particular, it's possible to understand how it can be fixed.
One. That is 6. Wait lang ah.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 talaga. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, let me write the solution for this one no, so that I can explain the other items on the mock test since this is only one item.
Okay.
No, para ano tayo. So, let me share the other one. Wait lang. Okay. So wait lang, I'll get my solution paper for this one. Okay, so for number 1, do you have an answer for number 1?
Number one. Let me think.
Did you answer the mock test?
Wait, what?
Did you answer the mock test? This mock test that I sent to your mother a while ago.
Oh, no.
Ah, you did not. Ah, okay. So I'll explain them one by one. Wait lang ah.
Let me try to answer number. Okay, here you try.
So number 1, what is your answer?
I'm not I'm not sure there.
So what's your answer?
I'm not sure.
Ah, sige.
I don't know.
Hmm? Sige.
answer.
Sige. Wait lang ah. Okay. Now, AB is 47. So it means that since 47 is a prime number, most likely A plus B is just simply 48. So 48, what are the prime factors of 48? This is just simply 6 times 8, or this is 16 times 3. So 3 times 2 raised to 4. So the largest prime factor is actually 3. So the answer for number 1 is 3. Okay, next. Number 2. Aryan, Beth, and Carol are having a race. If there are no ties, how many different orders could they finish? So in this case, since if you encounter this type of question that there are racing or there is a contest and then they want to identify the position, we will just simply use the factorial here. So what factorial are we going to use? 3 factorial. Why 3 factorial? Simply because there are only 3 racers. Arian, Beth, and Carol. So 3 factorial, and that would be 6. So that is the answer for number 2. Next, number 3.
Okay.
For number 3, I'll explain it later now kasi this is a long one. So I'll explain number
Well,
3.
wait, number one. What about number one? Can you do it
Num
again?
number
One.
number 1. We are already number 3. How come number 1? Okay, number 1.
I'm still
47.
by 22.
So for 47, what do you call this? 47 is a prime number. So what are the factors of 47? 47 and 1. So it means that A plus B is 47 plus 1. That is 48. And what is the prime factorization of 48? 48 is equivalent to 2 raised to 4 times
So
3.
it's three.
So yes, that's 3. Next, number 3. So again, number 3, I'll explain it later because this is a long solution. So let's move on first to number 4. So find the greatest 4-digit number which, when decreased by 1, is exactly divisible by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if you encounter this item, number 4, find the greatest 4-digit number which, when decreased by 1, is exactly divisible by those numbers. What are you going to do here is just simply identify the LCM. So the LCM of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 is actually, wait lang ah, the LCM for that is 2 times 3 times is 420. So what you need to do here is just simply to skip count until you reach the number nearest to 10,000. If you do that one, actually you can multiply 420 by, let's see, by 20. No, 420 times 23. 420 times 24. Oh, 420 times 23. It's 420, wait lang, 420 times 20, 420 times 22. Yeah, it's 420 times 23 kasi that is the nearest. So 420 times 23, that is equivalent to 99660. So that is actually the nearest number to 10,000. So what you need to do here is just simply add 1. So you reverse this decreased by 1. So 9,660 is equivalent to 9,661. So this is now the largest 4-digit number that will satisfy the condition.
Okay.
Next. Number 5. Number 5 is the same with the item that I discussed in number, I'm not sure if that is 28 or 27. No? So how to do this one? From 5 boys, we're going to select 2 boys. And then from 7 girls, we will select 3 girls. So we will use the formula for combination here. So in this case, so boys muna. So for the denominator, since we are only looking for 2 boys, 2 times 1. And then in here, this will be 5 times 4. So this is for the number of boys. For the number of girls, so since we are going to select 3 girls from 7, this will be 3 times 2 times 1. On our numerator, this will be 7 times 6 times 5. So we can now cancel, or we can now solve for this one. We can cancel out 3 times 2 and 6, and then 4 and 2. And this will become 2. So in this case, this will be now 10 times 35. And the answer will be 350. Okay. Next item.
I think we did something like number 6. Can I try to do it by myself?
Again.
We did a question like number 6 on the last paper. So can I try to do it by myself?
Okay. I'll explain number 6 ha.
No, we did something like that in the last paper. Right. So can I
Um,
do it by myself? Can I try to do
ah,
it by myself?
sige. Sige. Try it muna. Sige.
Are there 270 possible
Correct.
divisors?
Correct.
Okay, let's try to do 7.
Mm-mm. Okay. Let's try number 7 ha. Number 7, let's do it later kasi this is the most difficult among these 3 figures. Number 8 muna tayo. Number 8, each side of the equilateral triangle PQR is 3 units long. So for number 8, we are talking about this triangle. Number 8. Each side, U, V, W, X, Y, Z divide the sides into unit length. So ibig sabihin, these are equal. The measurement of those lines or line segments are all equal. Okay. Now, what what fraction of the triangle PQR is shaded. So in this case, what you need to do is just simply draw a connect the dots, and then so you will notice here that we created 9 equilateral triangles. Wait lang. Oh, wait, I'll fix my drawing. Let me fix this one muna para it will really look like 9 equilateral triangles. Okay, so there are 9 equilateral triangles. Now, what part of the shaded part? Okay, this what fraction of the triangle PQR is shaded? Notice this one. So we're going to divide this shaded part into 3 parts. The first part is this part. So it means that this is only half of how many triangles is that red triangle? That is,
So 4/9 of it is shaded. I'm just a
yes,
guess, but
we're only asking for what fraction of the triangle is shaded.
4/9 of it is shaded, right?
Again.
Uh, uh,
Let me continue. So um, this red triangle is composed of 4 triangles. Half of that, that is 2 triangles. Next, um, focus on this one. This is a parallelogram, and then it is divided into half. So how many triangles is this? We have 2 triangles in here. So half of that, that is 1. Same thing with the one below. The one below, this one. Okay, this one also composed of 2 triangles. So divided by, we divide it into 2 equal parts. So in that case, that is also equal to 1. So meaning the shaded part now, so this is the shaded part, and then the other one is also this one. So in that case, the fraction that is shaded here is actually 4 over 9. So that is the answer for number 8. Sige, before we proceed, question. Okay, so far,
yeah, it's 4.
sige. Let's move on to number 9. Okay. So it says in number 9, in the diagram, so number 9, this one, PQRS is a trapezoid with an area of 12. RS is twice the length of PQ. So let's say that this is 1, then this is 2. Okay. The area of triangle PQS is. So what's the area of this one? So just simply use the formula for the area of a trapezoid. The area of a trapezoid is base 1 plus base 2 times height divided by 2. So in that case, we add the 2 bases. So area now of the trapezoid. So we need to identify the height. No? So we need to identify the height. So in that case, that would be 1 plus 2 times height divided by 2. And that is equivalent to 12. 12 because the area of the trapezoid is 12. So in that case, this will be now equivalent to 3h 3h over 2 is equal to 12. So solving for h, and I am pretty sure that you know that one, solving for h now will be equivalent to 8. Now, we are now asking what is the area of this triangle. So the height of the trapezoid is actually the height of this triangle. Same lang siya. So this is somehow the same with the one that we discussed last time. Now, getting the area of this, base times height divided by 2. Base is 1, height is 8. So multiply those two. 8 times 1 is 8, divided by 2 is 4. So the area of this one is 4 square units. Okay. Number 7. Let's go back to number 7. Given the figure, so this is for number 7. So again, this naman is recorded, so okay lang yan. The given figure consists of a triangle, circle, and a square, as you can see in this one. No? All three shapes have the same area. So they have the same area. The ratio of the unshaded area of the triangle and the whole area is 5:8. So half of the circle is unshaded. What fraction of the whole figure is unshaded? So 5:8. So meaning the area of the triangle is 13, right? Kasi 5 plus 8, that is 13. And that composed of the triangle. So it means that the whole or the three figures, they have the same area. So it means that all of them are, all, all of their areas are 13. But I am hesitant to use 13. Why? Because it says here that half of the circle is unshaded. So for me to get an exact number, I'm going to double this one. 5:8, isn't it that 5:8 is the same as 10:16? Agree?
Yeah.
So if that is the case, therefore the area of triangle is 26, the area of the circle is 26, and the area of this square is also 26, based from the condition. Next condition. The half of the circle is unshaded. It means that when you add these two shaded area, that is equivalent to 13. Correct? The question now is,
Yeah.
what fraction of the whole figure is unshaded? So what you do here is just simply, what do you call this? Wait lang ah. If that is 13, so it means that, so this is, wait lang. Oh, let's get the area that is, or let's get the fraction of the unshaded, or of the shaded figure. The fraction of the shaded figure that is actually, wait lang. We add, what is the total area for this one? We add the whole thing, 26 plus 26 plus 26 minus 13.
Times 30. So
Yes,
65?
26 times 13, 26 times 3
65.
plus, minus 13, right? So that is 65. So,
65.
so that is the total area, correct? Now, if the total area is 65, what is the numerator if we are identifying the shade of the, oh yeah, so the shaded now is only 13, correct? Ay wait lang, unshaded pala. So if shaded, it's 13. So this is shaded. If unshaded, so that will be 52 over 65. Or in lowest term, that is equivalent to 4 over 5. So the answer for number 7 is actually 4 over 5. Sige, question before we move on
Yeah.
to none.
So, please sorry.
Oh, sige, I won't erase it now. I won't erase it muna. I'll just get something now. Give me a minute. I'll just get something. Okay. So let's continue for number 10.
Okay.
Okay. Number 10. So let me do number 10. So if you still remember the formula for this, if you still remember the formula for that one, that is the angle.
Um,
Do you still remember the formula?
not that much.
60h minus 11m over 2. H is the hours, M is the minutes. Okay? So for number 10, we have two ways on doing this one. So at what time between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. will the hands will form a right angle? Right angle. Right angle means 90 degrees. So in that case, one is 90 is equal to 60h minus 11m divided by
This
2.
formula A is equal to 60 plus L minus 11.
Yes.
Wait, what is L?
Um, this is H, this is 11 minutes.
What? What's L?
L.
L.
Um,
H, pala, it's H. It looks like plus L.
okay. So that is H na. Ayan. So, we have two solutions here. The one is the positive one, the other one is the negative one. So let's do the positive first. So since the time between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m., definitely the value of H is 5. It cannot be any other number. It can only be 5. So in that case, this will be now 90. Actually, we can multiply both sides by 2. So this will be now 180 is equal to 60 times 5 minus 11m. So solving it algebraically, m will be now, so I'm just going to use calculator so that will be fast. So 180 minus 300 divided by 11. So we will now get um, m now is equivalent to what's the answer in my calculator? Um 10 and 10 over 11. So that is the number of minutes, 10 and 10 over 11. So that's the first one. The second one, we're going to create a negative answer. In that case, this one will be negative 90. I'm just going to change 90. So this one into negative. Negative 90 is equivalent to 60 times 5 minus 11m over 2. So same process and solving for the value of m here. So again, I'm just going to use my calculator. So we now have 180. So in that case, that would be 43 and 7 over 11. So m now will be equal to 43 and 7 over 11. So are these now the answers? No. Kasi we are asking for the time. So the answer for number 10 now will be 5, 5, 10, and 10 over 11 p.m. Siyempre, you should put that word p.m. Kasi p.m. yung sinabi dito. And then the other one, that would be 5 and 43. Tapos 7 over 11 p.m. Sige, tell me if I'm going to erase now the solution. So this is now the answer. Okay, so clear. Next, number 11.
Oh, wait, oh. Hmm. Wait, please bring back a thing. So to get the first one, you just put 90, and to get the second one, you
Yes.
put
Then the other one,
negative.
negative 90. Okay. Next, number 11 ha. For number 11, this is how we do it. This is the same with the number of gloves Manny Pacquiao on the mock test. No, I just changed it a bit. Syempre, they might give another way of that problem. So this is another parang another form of that one. So a different way of solving it. No. So how to do number 11? In this case, we need to identify a prime number here. 10 is actually 5 times 2, correct? And dividing a number by 10 and dividing a number by 5 will get the same remainder, which is 3. So say for example, um, 13. 13 divided by 10, the remainder is 3. 13 divided by 5, the remainder is also 3. So the remainder will not be affected. So in this case, instead of 10, I'm going to use 5. So this is what we're going to do now. We are going to subtract the divisor by the remainder. And let us check if all of the differences are equal. No? So 5 minus 3, that is 2. 13 minus 11, that is also 2. 17 minus 15, that is also 2. Since we get a difference that is constant, we can now use a formula for number 11. The formula for number 11 is the LCM. We get the LCM of the divisors. LCM of divisors. Divisors minus the difference. And we get a difference of 2. Okay? So what are now the divisors? The divisors now are 5, not 10. 5, 13, and 17. So we get the LCM of that. So the LCM of 5, 13, and 17. So I'm just going to multiply those three numbers and we will get 1,105 minus 2, and that would be 1,103. So this is now the answer for number 11. We can check that one using a calculator. 1,103 divided by 10, obvious naman, the remainder is 3. Okay? You can also check 1,103 divided by 13, you will still get a remainder of 11. 1,103 divided by 17, you will still get a remainder of 15. So, same lang sila. Okay? Sige,
Okay,
question.
sir, until what time are we?
Again.
No questions. Until what time are we?
Up to 6. Let's finish this questions. So we are already number 11, so we have 9 more.
So we're up to 6.
Yes. Okay. Next, clear all the drawings. Number 12, this is the same with the one on the mock test. So in this case, if you will notice the numbers 2, 5, 7, they are 17, they are actually related to a square number. No? So 2 is actually 1 plus 1. 5 is actually 4 plus 1. 10 is actually 9 plus 1. 17 is actually 16 plus 1. So we are just simply adding by 1. And then this one, 4,901 is actually 4,900 plus 1. So we need to get the square root of this to identify the value of n. The square root of 4,900 is 70. So therefore, n is 70. So in that case, substitute 70 times 71 times 141 divided by 6. So doing that one, 70 times 71 times 141 divided by 6, and we will get 116,795. Subtract it, we add 70. Kasi on our given, we keep on adding 1 on each square numbers. So adding by 70, and the answer will be 116,865. Okay, so clear the drawings. Number 13, how many ways can you reach the word Olympiad? This,
Wait. Start off. Can you bring back one?
okay.
Okay. It's okay now.
Okay. Sige. Number 13. Number 13, if you will answer number 13, this is the same with answering number 2. Arian, Beth, and Carol. So in this case, you will just simply count the number of letters and then use factorial. How many letters do we have in number 13? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is just simply 8 factorial. And you can multiply that one and your answer will be 40,320. Okay. Number 14, I'm going to give the answer kasi I explained this type of question, right? If I'm not mistaken, I explained it yesterday. This is the synthetic division. I already explained this one. So what am I going to do is I'm just going to give the answer and then I'll let you do it on your own to practice. Okay? So for numbers, to save time, syempre. For number 14, the answer is 78. So you can try that one later or tomorrow. No? Ayan. Next, number 15. For number 15, a cube of side 5 cm is painted on all its sides. If it's sliced into 1 cubic centimeter cubes, how many 1 cubic centimeter cubes will have exactly one of their sides painted? Now, how is this? If you encounter this one and then we are only after the number of 1 cm side that has only one paint, you get the area, what do you call this? You get the area of, di ba this is a 5 by 5 by 5. So looking on the top, top view, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the top view. 1, 3, 4, 5. So if this is the top view, these are the only squares that has only one paint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So for each faces, there are 9 smaller cubes. So in that case, 9 times 6, and that will be 54. Kasi there are 6 faces eh. That's why I multiply 9 by 6. Okay. Next, number 16. So 16 and number 3, 16, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and number 3 na lang yung in-explain ko. Okay. Number 16. Mark, Daniel, and Jess shared a sum of money. So Mark, Daniel, Jess. Daniel received 25% more than Mark. So 25% plus Mark, right? And then Jess received 20% less than Mark. So 20% less than Mark. The question now is, how many percent less than Daniel did Jess receive? So this is an easy question. So what we do here is to assume that the money of Mark is 100 so that we can easily identify the money that they are handling. Daniel, so 25% of 100 is 25. So this is 125. For Jess naman, it's only 80. So for us to identify how many percent less than Daniel just received, subtract 125 minus 80. So we're just going to get the rate. 125 minus 80, and that is 45. And then 45, divide it by 125. So doing this, 45 divided by 125, and we will get 36%. Okay. Number 17. If all the numbers in the number pattern 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3 add up to 1,860, what is N? Now, notice this one. There are 4 ones, 4 twos, 4 threes, 4 fours. So in that case, we can say that this will be 4 plus 8 plus 12 plus plus 4n, and this is equivalent to 1,860. Correct? Now, what are we going to do here? We divide everything by 4. Kasi in this on the addition sentence, we can divide the numbers by 4. So if we divide this by 4, we also divide this by 4. So in that case, this will be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus, okay, plus n is equal to, so 1,860 divided by 4, and that would be 465. Now, let us use the formula here. If we want to identify the sum of all the numbers from 1 to a certain number, what we do is we add the first and the last number. So the first number is 1, the last number is n, and we don't know that one. We multiply it by the total number. How many numbers do we have here? We don't know. So that is also n divided by 2. And this will be equivalent to 465. So we can solve this using quadratic. So in this case, our numerator now will become n squared plus n is equal to 930. So again, I am sure that you are familiar with factoring or even the use of the quadratic formula. If we factor this one out, this will be now equivalent to n, is this 31 and 30? Oh, wait lang. Yeah. So this will be now equivalent to n plus 31 times n minus 30 is equal to 0. So very obvious that the value of n is actually 30, not negative 31. So the value of n in this item number 17, is 30.
Okay.
Okay. Next, number, oh, we are on number 18. Clear? Careless drawings. Number 18. There are some red and blue balls in a box. If 23 red balls were removed, the ratio of the number of red balls to that of the blue balls would be 1:2. If 80 blue balls were removed, instead, the ratio would become 5:1. How many red balls are there in the box? Okay. Now, it says here that um, red, if you subtract or if you remove 23 red balls, okay, the ratio to blue balls is actually 1:2. That's the condition. Or on the second condition, if 80 blue balls, so red is 2. If you remove 80 blue balls from blue, the ratio will become 5:1. How many red balls are there in the box? So we will use the product of the means and the extremes. So we multiply r minus 23 by 2 and we multiply these two. So in that case, b is equal to 2r minus 46. While for this one, we will multiply Rn1 and b minus 80 times 5. In this case, this will be R is equal to 5b minus 400. So we are only after the value of R, so we substitute b by this one. So R is equal now to 5. B is 2R minus 46 minus 400. Solving for this one, this would be 10R. So this is R is equal to, so 5 times 46, that is 230. So minus 230 minus 400. Simplifying this one, this will be, syempre, I know you know this one, negative 9R is equal now to negative 630. And we can now divide both sides by negative 9. R now will be equal to 70. So therefore, there are 70 red balls in the beginning or inside that given box. Give me a minute, I'm just going to get something.
Okay.
Can we now proceed to number 19? Okay, so let us proceed to number 19. So for number 19, in the expression A over B plus C over D plus E over F, each letter is replaced by a different digit from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the largest possible value of this expression? So in this kind of question, what we need to do is to maximize the numbers. So first, we write the numerators in this order. 6, 5, 4. And then, syempre, if we want to maximize this one, the biggest number must stay the whole number. and then followed by 2, then followed by 3. And then you will just simply add those three numbers. So 6 plus 5 over 2 plus 4 over 3. So the answer now is 59 over 6, or 9 and 5 over 6. Last item. Actually, second to the last kasi yung number 3, I need to discuss that item number 3. So this one is the same. Number 20 is actually the same with the question that I've explained a while ago. So number 20, there are 7 points on a piece of paper. 4 of those points are collinear. So how many triangles are possible here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this will be 1, 2, then 3. So how many triangles can we form from this one? So in this case, we have 3 conditions here. The first condition is using the 3 non-collinear. So that is the first condition. The second condition is using 2 non-collinear plus 1 collinear. So that's the second condition. And then the last condition will be using 1 non-collinear plus 2 collinear. So how to do this one? We're going to use permutation. For 3 non-collinears, since there are 3 numbers here, so that would be 3 factorial over 3 factorial. So that is equivalent to 1. For 2 non-collinears, so 2 non-collinears, we have 3 points. Out of those 3 points, we will only get 2. So in that case, that is 3 times 2 over 1, 2 times 1 pala. 2 times 1. So this is multiplication na. Yan, I forgot, this is multiplication. Times 1 collinear. So out of these 4 points, we will only get 1. So that is 4 over 1. So in that case, that will be now, so we can cancel this. So this is equivalent to 12. And the last one, 1 point from the 3 non-collinears. So in that case, that is 3 over 1 times, so for the 4 collinear points, we will only take 2. So 4 times 3 divided by 2. So solving for this will be equivalent to, wait lang 3 taken 1. So this will be 3 times 6. So this is 18. Adding the numbers, 18, 1, 12, and 18, and we will get 31 triangles. I'll give you a minute before we finish this one now.
Sir?
Yes.
Sir? Are we not?
Let's move on to the last item, ha? Last item. So, I think we will only do 1.5 hours here. So, last item tayo, ha? Number 3. Kasi that is actually the last item on the mock test, number 3. Okay. So, every day, wait lang, ha? I'll stop sharing so that I can use, hindi. Yan ako na lang siya. Yan. Okay. So every day, Joe climbs the flight of 6 stairs. So Joe can climb using 1, 2, or 3 steps or a combination of any of them. how many ways can Joe climb the flight of stairs. Now, so there are 6 stairs, 6 flight of stairs. So he can just simply use 1, 2, or 3 steps. Okay. Now, so I'm just going to stop sharing here. I'm just going to use um, a blank paper so that I can show you the solution for that one. Okay, so there are 6 steps. No, so there are 6 steps. So in this case, that person, Joe, can use 6 single steps and then 0 2 steps, 3 um 0 3 steps. Joe cannot use 5 single steps. Okay? Kasi 5 plus 2, that is more than 6. 5 plus 3, that is more than 6. So he cannot use more than 5 steps. He cannot use 5 single steps. He can use 4 single steps and then 1 double step. And then no more for triple steps. He can use 3 single steps. He cannot use double steps here. So in here, he can use 1 triple steps. So single, double, triple. No? He can use 2 here. If he use 2 single steps, therefore he can use 2 double steps, but no triple steps. Another, he can use 1 single step, 2 double steps, and 1 double steps and 1 triple steps. That is still equal to 6. Another thing, he can step or he can use 2 triple steps and then not using single and double steps. And also, he can do it by using 3 double steps. So that's it. Now, let us use factorial. We add all the numbers here. So in this case, that would be 6 factorial. That will be for the numerator over. Get the factorial of each number. So getting the factorial of each number, that is 6 factorial. So this is equivalent to 1. Next, in here, we add the numbers. 4 plus 1, that is 5. So we will now have 5 factorial over the factorial of each number. So 4 factorial times 1 factorial. And this is just simply equal to 5. Next, in here, add all the numbers. This is 4 factorial over 3 factorial times 1 factorial. So in this case, this is just simply 4. Next, in here, add all the numbers. 2 plus 2, that is 4 factorial over the factorial of each number. 2 factorial, 2 factorial. So in that case, this is equivalent to 6. Here, we add all the numbers. 3 factorial over all the factorial of each number. 1 factorial times 1 factorial times 1 factorial. So in that case, that is just simply 6. In this case, this is just simply 2 factorial over 2 factorial. And that is 1. And the last item or the last scenario, this is 3 factorial. Kasi when you add these 3 numbers, it's only 3. And then getting the factorial of each number. So that is also 3 factorial. And that is 1. So what we need to do is we add the numbers here. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. 16, 22, 23, and then 24. So in that case, the answer for number 3 is 24. So this will be the last session for the PISMO competition, no? Baka meron ka pa I think you still have another competition, pero syempre focus first on PIMSO or PISMO. Okay? Okay, so I'm just going to give the reminders. Same reminders, just like in FIMO, no? But the exam is on Sunday, so I'm just going to remind you or your mom on Saturday. Okay? So thank
Okay.
you and just inform me if there are some questions. Okay?
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.